Hogge Arts.
So October is here, and I wanted to start a new section where I do this once a month, where I ask other artists for their work, and then I recreate it in whatever media I'm working with, or maybe it's several different medias, maybe it's digital, maybe it's ink, maybe it's, I don't know, clay, or whatever I'm working with at that moment, because we all know I like to work with everything. So for round one, what I'm doing is I asked people on DeviantArt. If you don't know what DeviantArt is, it's basically artist Facebook, a social network for you to post your artwork. And yeah, basically that. They have groups, they have forums, they have different things that you can do art-wise. I posted a project on there asking for their art, and the big thing about DeviantArt community is they love their OCs. A lot of people trying to make comics, trying to make manga, trying to make different things with their character, game design, I don't know. But you do have a lot of young artists, and that's pretty much all I got was original characters, which is fine. So what I'm going to do for this round one, is I'm going to do kind of a time challenge for myself, because the pictures that I did get are of original characters, and I chose the 3 that had some kind of composition to them. And I do believe one is a fan art, but I'm still going to treat it as an original character. And I'm going to go ahead, go in, change what I want. And the rules I'm giving myself is the first one, I'm going to give myself 30 minutes. And the second one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself an hour to draw it out, color it, all of that. And then that last one, I'm going to give myself 1 hour and 30 minutes. And hopefully this pushes me to, at first, just get as much as I can down and gradually get more detail. And congratulations to the artists that I chose. I know that there were a few other artists that could have taken your spot, and I hope that you do enjoy what we're doing here. The first artist is Deviant Artist PaintThatBell. They have this picture, which is an aquatic creature, princess. I didn't really read the description because I did not want to discriminate how I created this piece. But for this piece, I'm just doing a quick 30-minute sketch of the character, because it was just a simple background with this character, and I felt like there were a lot of different things that I could do. I scaled the face features down and corrected some proportioning things that were a little off on this piece. I think you did great. The coloring and the shading and everything was very intense. But I just wanted you to see some of the proportional things that you could change in the future. Just remember, when you do your face, you have the guidelines right here, through here, and then down the middle, and that'll help you measure out the proportions of the face, because you have a very long nose. And then the lips were very tubular, while lips have different muscles and things. And the body was very elongated, just where her chest was, and her outfit, the way it was drawn down very low, which is fine. I think that you did a great job on executing this piece, and her mood was just looked like she was disgusted, like she was looking down on someone, so I kind of mimicked that in a more animated look. And mine is definitely not as refined as yours, but I think that I got the character down. The materials I'm using for these are my Copic off-brand, the Masters Touch series. The only reason I am using these is because they are on sale. They are originally $20 for a pack of five markers, but they are at 50% off at Hobby Lobby. So you will see a lot of these markers used for like characters and comic-like details. And this is actually pretty new to me as a media, so I hope that you're enjoying the way that these are coming out. This next user is BarryMarlin, and their piece that I chose is this, which is kind of a sparring fencing pose of this creature. And embarrassing enough, I was so into the clock and drawing this out, trying to get the proportions where I wanted it, that I forgot his tail. So kind of embarrassing, but I did add that to the end of it, and this just kind of shows how you can work with your mistakes. Let me know if it looks like a mistake afterwards. I mean, you visually saw that I messed up, but we mess up sometimes and we get carried away, and ink is very unforgiving, and sometimes you just have to work with it. So the way I fix that is where it connects to his butt, I added some jelly roll pins, and I just continued that shadow and left the background color. Since it's in the background, it reflects that color, and I think that it worked out. Just let me know. The big thing I changed on this piece is the movement of the water. Since he is kind of posed weird, I figured he was in movement, so I made it look like the water was moving with that gesture and the flip of his toes, so his toes are kind of coming out of the water while his frontal foot is pushed down and is splashing water around. And then on the tree, I felt like that was more of an additive, so kind of like he was by the shore, and I just made a dead tree just because I think it works better with composition. And yours is fine. That's how I wanted it. So I hope you enjoy that, and this is your piece. All right, Miss CassieCrow. She did mention that this was a fan piece, and I didn't look into the information about this piece. I am not aware of this character, but she's very proud of this piece. And go into DeviantArt if you're an artist and give all of these artists a thumbs up because they have done great work. This one I did a little more realistic just because the original was really animated, and I just wanted to make it look like kind of a cigar in his mouth that was the TNT, and then the character in the background was just extra since I gave myself the longest on this piece, and that was the reason, was because there were two characters, even though the one in the background was very far away and not detailed. So on this piece, I looked up a hand reference for a cigar, and that's how I accomplished his hand pose with the TNT. I just kind of reworked his whole face and body to match kind of the style I was wanting to go for, while giving him more realistic features, but still very characterized. I hope that you enjoy the changes that I made to your pieces. I hope that the 3 artists that were featured today enjoyed every piece that I did. And if you have any comments or concerns, ideas for future videos, be sure to message me on the video. This is kind of a promotional for my channel. The artists that were featured, be sure to share it with your friends on some sort of social media. And in the future, if you are an artist looking for participation in this event, whether you are on DeviantArt or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, I am going to branch out and do a Facebook session and maybe other social media outlooks, just so I can kind of spread out what kind of things I get. Like, DeviantArt is lovely, I love it. The community has a lot of want and need for original characters. If you're interested in me doing your art, I plan to do this once a month. You can submit any entries to me here on my Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, or Twitter. For access to my accounts, the links will be down below. Be sure to check those out. Follow me, subscribe to me, add me as a friend, whatever you would like to do. And if you like what you're seeing, be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. Until next time, YouTube, we'll see you later.